Good afternoon, Reschel.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Can you tell us about yourself?
I'm Reschel Bendanillo, 23 years old, married. I have one kid
I have few questions for you to answer, so let's start. Okay, why do you want to work as a maid, Reschel?
because I want to support my family, ma'am.
Okay, why you choose Malaysia when there is a lot of other country?
Because it's near in the Philippines, ma'am.
How are you qualified for this job, Reschel?
I will do my best to qualify for this job, ma'am.
May I know what was your educational level is?
I'm high school graduate, ma'am.
What was your latest working experience?
No, ma'am. I'm housewife.
Okay, have you worked abroad before?
No, ma'am.
Do you have experience of taking care of babies?
Yes, ma'am.
Whose babies did you take care before?
My sister and my daughter, ma'am.
How about assisting elderly? Do you have experience?
No, ma'am.
Do you have any other special skills, Rachel?
No, ma'am.
Are you willing to learn new skills?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you willing to work with a family where the mother-in-law or any relatives stay together?
Yes, ma'am.
Currently, are you still working now?
No, ma'am.
Do you know how to cook?
Yes, ma'am.
What sort of food can you cook?
Filipino dishes, ma'am.
Are you aware that you will have to do washing, cleaning, ironing, and cooking?
Yes, ma'am.
From all the house chores that I have mentioned to you, which do you like most?
Cleaning, ma'am.
Okay, if ever you will be selected to work in Malaysia, who will take care of your child?
My mother and my husband, ma'am.
Okay, you are not allowed to use handphone during working hours.
Yes, ma'am.
You are only allowed to use handphone after you finish all the works and when going to bed.
Yes, ma'am.
You are strictly needed to surrender the handphone to your employer in the morning and your employer will return back to you once you're going to bed.
Yes, ma'am.
If ever your employer finds out that you're abusing of using your handphone and it's affected your working performance, your employer will confiscate your handphone.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Are you agreed to the rules and regulation for the handphone?
Yes, ma'am.
How many years is the contract as you agreed and understands?
2 years, ma'am.
Can you describe for us your attitude?
Uh, be patient and honest, ma'am, and polite.
How can you assure to us that you will work hard here in Malaysia, Rachel?
I'm hardworking, ma'am, and disciplined.
How can you assure to us that you will work hard here in Malaysia?
I'm hardworking and honest to my employer, ma'am, and disciplined.
Can you promise not to use the house telephone without the permission of your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you promise not to put on makeup but to dress properly while work?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you promise not to invite friends and relatives without the consent of your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you promise not to ask for advance salary from your employer under any circumstances?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you really understand of the rules and regulation of the agency?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you pay any placement fee for you to come to Malaysia to work as a maid?
No, ma'am.
Do you have any history of sickness, breast cancer, or any other illness?
No, ma'am.
Do you suffer from any skin diseases, allergies, or physical defect?
No, ma'am.
Have you suffered from any serious illness?
No, ma'am.
Do you smoke?
No, ma'am.
Have you undergone any operation before?
No, ma'am.
Are you medically fit or are you fit to work?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you in any medication right now?
No, ma'am.
Are you allergic with any food, Reschel?
No, ma'am.
Are you prepared to work for the employer of different races?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you prepared to eat the type of food taken or given by your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you afraid alone in the house?
No, ma'am.
Are you afraid of dogs or other pets?
No, ma'am.
Can you promise to work according to instruction from your employer?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any family members working in Malaysia?
No, ma'am.
We have finished our question section. Let's proceed for case study. Okay, Rochelle,
Yes,
if in
ma'am.
case one of your family members passed away, you are here in Malaysia working for 6 months, what will you do?
I will finish my work, ma'am, and I will send my money to them.
Okay, right now your employer is watching you. What do you want to tell them? Why they need to hire you?
Mm. Good morning, ma'am. Sir, I'm Reschel Bendanillo, 23 years old. I have one kid. If you, uh, if you, if you choose me, ma'am, I'm, an, I'm be patient and honest to my employer and follow all the rules and regulation, ma'am.
Okay, tell us about yourself again, Rachel.
I'm Reschel Bendanillo, 23 years old, married. I have one kid, ma'am.
And why do you want to work in Malaysia as domestic helper?
Because I need to support my family, ma'am, especially for the future of my daughter, ma'am.
Okay, Rachel, thank you very much. We will update to your agency if there is any selection made by the employer.
Thank you, ma'am.